titseke maso tipemphere. Atate akumwamba, pamene tikupitiriza our study, mukhale nafe, mutidzaze ndi mzimu wanu, mupitirize kuti tsekula maso, kutiphunzitsa. We love your word very much. Mawana matsekula maso kwambiri, ndipo ndamene akutiunikira masiku omaliza, kutionetsa pamene tiwena kuponda. Chonde khala nafe angelo anu atizungulire, m'dzina la Yesu Khristu amene. Amen.
Amen.
Alright, so I'm going to continue playing the video while Antutikumwela like that, no problem. So let's pay attention.
A new job, she would continue to receive the cash. A key feature of the universal basic income is that you can spend the money however you like. So in the Finland example, you could take that $650 and spend it on about a third of month's rent here in Helsinki, or you could spend it on 100 cans of smoked herring and 26 bottles of red mulled wine mix. We'll take 26 of these, please. The idea of handing out cash to every citizen isn't new. Philosopher Thomas Paine proposed the idea of payments to every person all the way back in 1797. Martin Luther King Jr. fought for a guaranteed income in the 1960s, and even free market champion Milton Friedman endorsed the negative income tax, similar to basic income, as a way to reduce welfare costs and bureaucracy. But lately, tech titans in Silicon Valley, like Elon Musk and Mark Zuckerberg, are some of the biggest advocates of the idea. They argue a universal basic income could provide a cushion to an estimated millions of people who could lose their jobs if they're replaced by automation or by robots. Hello. It's clear robots are already changing the future of work. Some in Silicon Valley say universal basic income could give workers an opportunity to retrain for today's workforce. Other advocates say a basic income would alleviate poverty and help address growing income inequality across the developed world.
My own business!
It could give people freedom to start their own business or flexibility to pursue creative interests. The idea has support across the political spectrum, from libertarians who say it would simplify the existing social welfare state to socialists who want to redistribute wealth for the lower and middle class. Finland isn't the only country experimenting with universal basic income. Other trials are underway in the Netherlands, Kenya, Canada, and the United States. But not everyone is crazy about the idea. Critics say universal basic income could actually disincentivize people like Lena from getting another job if they know they're getting paid not to work. And of course, there's the big fat question of how to pay for universal basic income. If every person here in Finland got that $650, it would cost the government more than $3.5 billion per month. That number would be in the trillions of dollars per year in the United States, where the population is much bigger. And labor economists argue basic income.
What's the problem? One of the downsides of this, Deja, just
The cost.
The cost.
States going to be trillions of dollars a month. Just talk about in grammar.
chifukwa cha kuchuluka kwa population.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. What do you think is being said in between the lines without even saying it?
We are too many.
We are too many. We are too many. Reduce. Nagayika video ija baba. I have it. Ndikuonetsani kumapeto. Muntu kodi Sister Rosaline ali kitchen.
Yeah.
Kani jama kamba Sister Rosaline ya jani? Ya buku ichi. Ya buku ichi. Amati buku anji what is the name of that book? Remember kamba Sister Rosaline? Limits to Growth. Leslie has started hearing teacher, what? Limits to Growth. And that's the whole issue in that book is we are too many, we need to reduce the number. So already you can see kuti apa kudandaula kuti a month atunda mbiri tizalipira bwanji. You can see kuti in between the lines you are just saying is if tina kandi fantojepa this would have not been an issue.
To be a lot more than $650 to have a meaningful impact. Research from the OECD
All right,
shows
let's
that if the
go forward. At least now you know about universal basic income. It's coming. Kumambiro kuja ngati munapo bwinobwino akupereka example ya lina uja ane akuti say for example kwachitika economic downturn. So remember I told you the things that new order akuzibweretsa as a solution. So economic downturn yachitika money failed kuja Egypt. And halibe ndalama money has what? Has failed. Akozongo nera don't worry. Utapanga ni kwa account wanu kwa mpamba kakwero money. Tizurumizani every month 250,000 alias. Just register your names. Register. Alias is 250,000 a month. So who would be against such an idea? Nobody.
Already registered.
Oh, we already registered. What is the law,
They'll just migrate those on Pamba near the money and on bank account.
Okay. Let's go forward. ZBS News. Traders in Blantyre have welcomed a new payment system. New. What a new? Malamano as the maintenance. They have welcomed a new payment system on the market through a what?
QR code.
Through a QR code. Quick response code. Remember? Phone scan. An innovation that has been piloted by EcoBank on Friday. EcoBank head of commercial banking Victoria Chanza disclosed the bank is geared towards creating a digital and what? Cashless society through its unique digital banking ecosystem targeting their business and consumer customers. We are going digital. It'll all be digital. It'll be like in a dream, ngati kumaloto new order yafika hadi ngati bots.
The European Union on its way to becoming a surveillance society like China.
The European Digital Identity.
This cheery introduction to the EU's upcoming digital identity program tells citizens that it will make their lives easier while keeping them safer online.
The European Digital Identity Wallet will enable us to store and exchange documents and legal information while fully controlling which data we want to share with whom.
ID data sent.
EU President Ursula von der Leyen says digital identities will give citizens control over how their personal data is used and will help stop identity theft. The so-called digital wallet will be an app on a person's phone and will contain only the information a person wants it to include, such as medical or financial information.
Credit rating
So this
sent.
is a digital,
Income
whatever they're
statement
calling it,
sent.
digital whatever.
It's already under attack in the European Parliament as something that would be ripe for government abuse. One of its chief critics, European Parliament member Christian Turres, was born in communist Romania and has long been warning of the EU's so-called Chinification.
Clearly, we are witnessing right now the Chinification of Europe.
The EU is being China-fied. We are to fund and China. China is, these systems are already in place in China. It's a surveillance type of system. Social credit. Ukamapanga zabu government upanga reward, ukamanga zoipa ma points akwa matsika. So udanda ulori this system it's the same as yaku China. It's a tyrannical type of system.
We see what is happening in China right now with the social credit score, where the government is monitoring and surveilling all the people from the beginning to end. Everything that they do, everything, everywhere where they walk, they control everything and they watch everything. This is the example of a tyranny.
The EU insists the digital identity program will be voluntary.
It'll be voluntary. Just like Mark of the Beast. Voluntary. But do you think it will stay voluntary for too long?
Wondering how long before it becomes mandatory.
Oh yes.
How voluntary is the European Digital Identity Wallet? But even more important, how voluntary will it remain in the future? Because the European Union...
Let's go forward. I'm just sharing these videos put onto the current day idea. What these things are happening very quickly. They are setting my systems. All these systems are under Kenya the system yoti munthu asathe kugula kapena kugulitsa pokapoka khali ndi chani maki kapena dzina kapena chani nambala. That's what they are setting up. So all these different systems nkhani zake ndi pamene papa kuti aletsa anthu kugula kapena kutani kugulitsa. Here's another tool I'm about to show you. Kenako we'll go to part 2.
In 2018, the United Nations released an urgent report emphasizing the need to cut carbon emissions in half by 2030 in order to avoid an irreversible climate crisis. The average consumer in Sweden causes around 10 tons of carbon emissions each year, of which 60% is linked to consumption. Later in 2018, Doconomy, a Swedish fintech, took on the challenge and launched Do, a mobile banking service for everyday climate action. The Do app is connected to a credit card that enables users to track and measure their carbon footprint from each purchase and to compensate for its impact day by day. This spring, Doconomy took its fight against climate change one step further by adding a premium credit card to its offer. But instead of introducing a premium credit card with the typical benefits that encourages further mass consumption, Doconomy did the opposite by launching Do Black, the world's first credit card with a carbon limit.
The first credit card with a carbon journey limit. So they have linked your credit card, your money, to Kenya climate. Hello? Remember we talked about green economy on Friday? This is green economy. It's a way of life yoti uzika kuti kusamalira chani chilengedwe.
Simply put, it's the first credit card ever to stop you from overspending.
Akuti transaction denied, you've reached your carbon journey, your carbon limit. This is mark of the beast.
Not based on your available funds, but rather on the levels of CO2 emissions caused by your consumption. Do Black helps you track your climate impact and ensures that you reduce it by 50% in line with the UN 2030 recommendation.
The core purpose of Do Black is not only the ability to measure the impact of your consumption, but also bringing it to a direct halt, making it a radical tool against climate change.
A radical tool against climate change. Your income is being linked slowly to Kenya climate, so that you should not be able to buy or sell unless you are a person who is green. Who is green? Umasamalira nao jani chilengedwe. You see where these things are tending, What is this one? This one.
The fourth industrial revolution.
The power of artificial intelligence.
Creating the world of tomorrow.
Our aim is to shape the future of government through education, health, technology, sustainability, and environment.
This is just a commercial World Government Summit inaliko chaka chino.
People's creativity, people's dreams, people's energy.
This year, right now, this minute, is really the best time in the history of the world to do something.
Collective thinking, collective mind, collective knowledge for humanity.
Let's work together. Let's roll up our sleeves. Let's get this thing done.
Let's get this thing done. These people, amalankulana like that. If it is kuuza na zina, kwa mama kata kuuza na zina. You know, they have been building a tower, rebuilding the Tower of Jan of Babel. Let's get this thing done. They know there's a time limit, so they need to do it very, very quickly. All right.
We're at an inflection point, I believe. In the
so many videos,
not just the world economy, the world.
This one, Biden was just talking about a new world order, and we should be the country leading in the new world order. we'll finish off this chapter 3. This will be the last chapter. The looming food crisis. Prepare your households. The looming food crisis. Prepare your households. In part 1 moja tinakamba nkhani nake yakudalira kugula kuti no anthu anapita kapempha chakudya koma reason imene anapereka naye kuti ndalama zalephera. Just shows kuti anthu amadalira ndalama kuti apeze chani chakudya. Koma when money fails, that's when you see kuti ndalama ija si chinthu chongadalira kuti uzidyera. Ezekiel 7 verse 12 imatisangasa kwambiri verse imene verse amene wawanditewo. Bible ikuti, the time is come, the day draweth near. Let not the buyer rejoice. Mwakani wogula asadani asakondwele. No, the seller mourn. Koma kuti wogulitsa yeyo asalire kapena kuti asadandaule. For the wrath is upon the multitude thereof. Verse imene kuti Mulungu akusiyanitsa wogula ndotani ndi wogulitsa. Wogula kuti yeye asadani asakondwele. Wogulitsa asalire. It hit me kuti wogula kawiri amakhala wogulitsa kawiri amakhala producer. Are we together? Amakhala amene chinthucho wachitani wachipanga. And if you are on the producing end of things, indeed, don't be too worried. Ukhoza kungoti nechimanga yanga chisinditaniso sindigulitsaso kapena nyemba zanga zine basinditani sindigulitsa. Koma uyo odalira kutani uyu ugula adandaule asapange rejoice. For the seller shall not return unto that which is sold. Then in the future, of course, everyone will just be in trouble. Even if you have chakudya, verse 14, they have blown the trumpet even to make all ready, but none goeth to battle. Okay, verse 15, the sword is without, and the pestilence and famine within. There are two places, without, ndija, within. Sword iliku kunja, without it, sword amakamba sister tadala, koma nkati Njala. Kuli famine. Then the Bible is going to tell us kuti chili akati without inkuti within inkuti. Akuti he that is in the field, so without inkuja inkufield shall die with the journey with the sword. Muiva kanyo. But he that is where? In the city. Chiza mupendja. Famine and jan and pestilence shall devour him. Bible mwana buku lisilama 7 mwanaona silama 7. Mzoti even COVID atabwera mzoti rural areas antu machaisha makuma zota ntama tseka machaichi wo sama zirani sama zidzio. The pestilence ina beba kutiko in the metropolitan areas. Tilimoza kumene ina kangari ya beba kwambiri. Now what the Bible is predicting ababa ndikuti taza mbiri Njala imakondo kwapeza anthu aku rural area. If you see the 40 we are working, see the vuta kweni 40 we have money. So Njala you can just buy. So most of the times that's how it is. And how rural area vutika mkara vutikira, they don't even have money to buy. Bible would come as many as hello. Famine is coming even for those who dwell where? In the city. And that's the famine imene ikubwera panopa bainda lombo. Ikubwera even kusile. For even my shelf mukalopa ndajani. Muntu ndamolija? Just be where you are. Tango fatsan pamene mulipo timve remotes. Oh, sorry, mwalimu kuti kupita ku yeah. Ngakale misika kukapeza kuti chimangacho is not available. Or miraso mitengoso iyangopenga zoti you can't even afford. Can't even afford. Okay, I want us to read this quotation as we're going forward. In the last scenes, Friday now, in the last scenes of Earth's history, war will rage, there will be pestilence, plague, and famine. Kukhala Njala. That's what the Bible has told us. I saw that the powers of the earth are now being shaken. Events come in order. War, rumors of war, sword, and famine. So famine, famine is part of the crisis. Are we together? Inaonedwa by Ezekiel and other prophets in Jeremiah. Abaso Mrs. White Mungu anamuraniso anamuonetsa kuti kukhala njala iyi ndi chatinawerenga ija kuti kukhala privation, want, and yani apo famine. Akuti other nations were engaged in this war. Nkhondo, right? Pano kuli nkhondo ya Russia and Russia and Ukraine. Then other nations were engaged in this war. By the way, those says I was sure. Other nations were engaged in this war and confusion. War caused famine. War caused famine. Isn't that exactly what's happening right now? Njala food crisis Ukraine, this woman was a prophet. Want and bloodshed caused pestilence, and then men's hearts failed them for fear. And that's what's coming. Faja crisis kuza kuvuta man and dramas ulepela mitima yantu failing them for fear. Men's hearts will fail them for fear. To rise in cases of suicide and to manta nkawa because they don't have a solution. Zakazi ndizovuta kwambiri. Clippy, Sister Rosalina is an baby. The one of the Zambizi do relate to her presentation. So that's why I'm going to focus. The devil is manufacturing this crisis. Are we together? In the US, farmers were being paid. Listen to this.
For 40 years. This year, farmers are being offered 1.5 times the value of their crops to destroy them. They're also being told by the federal government they will not receive subsidies for farming if they refuse to destroy their crops. What does that mean? That means that the farmer cannot afford to provide you with food based upon the taxes the government is levying on him if the government doesn't in turn give him back his tax money to provide you with food.
Farmers were being offered 1.5 of the value of chimene ali nachocho kuti angochiononga asakololedwe angopita kacheche koma anthu alimo muno zilibwe. Okay.
Is it true that the government is paying farmers to destroy their crops? And the simple answer to that is yes, they are.
The simple answer is yes, they are.
They heard about the government paying farmers to destroy their crops. I thought it was a load of bullshit. Well, lo and behold, we received our destruction notice the other day. So basically, there was two options on how to destroy the crop. The government could fly on Agent Orange, or we could manually destroy the crop ourselves. We put too much blood, sweat, and tears in it to let them destroy it, so we decided to manually do it ourselves. Basically, it said if we used a lawnmower to destroy the crop, we could receive an extra $600 an acre. Something about the low carbon footprint or something. So that's what we're doing.
I got my letter yesterday.
I got something about the low carbon footprint. Have you noticed that someone connect to climate? They've connected it already to climate.
The letter asking you to destroy some crop. Along with the letter, I had to sign for a certified package, which included these two binders, and then of course this 3-ring binder on how to properly destroy.
Amangogawana pa TikTok maonetsa ma different farmers amajambula video kumatsimikiza kuti ine nzona ineso ndalandakala kuti tikangochecha. That was last year, 2021. What do you think they're trying to do? Kupanga create a food scarcity. Chakuja jirani chisowe. They're doing it in different ways. Kwina kukweza mitengo, kwina mashipi yango ima sa kubweretsa zakudya, wheat wasowa, in so many ways. Fertilizer okukwera mitengo, kapena kusowa kumene. All this is to create that famine kuti anthu akhale pa njala.
135 million people were food insecure. That number was bad enough. Now 276 million people across the globe have no food security. Over 500,000 are experiencing famines. These are all signs of a global food crisis.
These are all signs of a global food crisis. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, zovuta kwambiri. Zovuta kwambiri. Bible itiziwerenga. Let's try our best kuti tiziwerenga Bible. Actually, we know my werenga on a daily basis. I believe they have what's the pronunciation here? Belied the Lord and said, it is not he, neither shall evil come upon us, neither shall we see sword, no jan, no famine. Ati ma prophet opanga prophesy boards, eh? Kuti prosperity, don't worry, mavuto suka mavuto ena wonse. Ne mulungu akuti oh, okay. Wherefore thus saith the Lord God of hosts, because ye speak this word, behold, I'll make my words in your mouth fire, and these people wood, and it shall devour them. Lo, I will bring upon you from afar what? Oh, house of Israel. I'll bring a nation upon you from afar, O house of Israel, saith the Lord. It is a mighty nation. It is an ancient nation, a nation whose language you do not know, neither understandeth what they say. You know, this is going to apply to Ndani, to Ifeo. You know, these people, these Freemasons, they talk to each other come if we don't understand what they done, what they are saying. Their quiver is as an open sepulchre, and they are all mighty men. What shall they do, these people, to us? Listen closely to what the Bible says. This is the Bible, right? It's like you're reading it from a magazine. And they shall eat up thine journey, thine harvest, and thy what? Thy bread. Isn't it what down here Wampanos? Since me down here Wampanos, Peter destroying our journey, our crops. They shall eat up thine harvest and thy bread, which thy sons and thy daughters should what? In the harvest, yoti anthu amene azidya ana anu akuti koma wawa akubwera akupanga destroy. They shall eat up thy what? Flocks and thine herds. They shall eat up thine vines and fig trees, and they shall impoverish your what? Your fenced cities. Kukhala mavuto musite, kukhala mavuto. Then move the city description that city wherein thou Jani trusted. Don't we trust the cities very much? Hello? Kapena ndisiye, right? Ndisiye? We trust our cities. Kusite kumene kuli security. There are jobs there. There's money. That's where business yakusite ndi ku country ziwizo rani zosiyana. Kusite you have more customer turnover. People, there's more cash. So this is where you trust in. Koma mulungu akuti these people amene akutumiza, they will impoverish your fenced cities. You remember? Sorry. You remember kuti they shall just eat up thy flocks and your herds. Look at this. This is not an accident. I can assure you, this is not an accident. Ng'ombe zinapezeka zitafa. Ng'ombe zingati? 2,000. Atifacha heat wave. Ng'ombe zambiri choncho. Heat and humidity. Look at that. They shall eat up thy flocks and thy herds. Didadala, nchakuja rich, eh? People rely on this as food, eh? Ndizakuja zosa kuononga. In fact, kodi nkuti kuchama panga suggest kuti ng'ombe yambe uziveka mamask. True story. True story. Kuti akuti for carbon. Kana kete makaka carbon emission, carbon, everything is climate change. Foundation ya new world order, climate change. Nda akuti bwanji tiambe umaziveka mamask ile ng'ombe zipo mabwino bwino. Sasa ngofuna kuzimalizitsa zife. Ngati apazukufa ndi heat. Sambi. Afuna aphe zonse andikhani yake ndiyoti abweretsa no artificial beef yopanga mulabu ziyama nena Sister Rosaline. Lab grown meat. Kumapatsa anthu aiwanda kuti lab grown meat imene mukha mulizotani. I know I wouldn't even partake. So akuti where was I? Okay. Pompaja, thus saith the Lord unto these people, thus they have laughed to wander, they have not refrained their feet, therefore the Lord doth not accept them. He will now remember their iniquity and visit their sins. Dingo dumpa. Actually, verse 7 says, then said the Lord unto me, pray not for this people, for they are good. When they fast, I will not hear their cry, and when they offer burnt offering and an oblation, I will not accept them, but I will consume them. Listen how? By the journey, so by the pestilence. You see, Mungu akuziuza zimene zizi as also as punishment. Then the Lord said unto me, the prophets prophesy what?
Lies.
It's happening right now. And hakuduza peace and prosperity. Don't worry. Nthawi ilipo. Samatero. Nthawi ilipo kodi inu ndinu maalamist mungoona ngati nthawi yarani yata. No. As they prophesy lies in my name, I sent them not, neither have I commanded them, neither spake unto them. They prophesy unto you a false vision and divination and a thing of naught. Chinthu choti cha zero. Kulibeko. Therefore, thus saith the Lord concerning the prophets that prophesy in my name, and I sent them not. Yet they say, sword and famine shall not be in this land. Don't worry, peace and safety. Now, notice response. By sword and famine. Sword and famine, your way, many of this I will by sword and famine shall those prophets be what? Consumed. And the people to whom they prophesy. Is it just the prophets in themselves? The people to whom they prophesy shall be cast out in the streets of Jerusalem because of the what? The famine and the sword. And they shall have none to bury them. Do you know what you can say? I see dead bodies in Johnny, in Africa, in the streets of Africa. And they shall have none to bury them, their wives, their sons, nor their daughters, for they will pour their wickedness upon them. So what's the solution? Edric, what is the solution to the hunger crisis? Let's talk about the solution, Pangon. Genesis 41, verse 35. And let them gather all the journey. Let them gather all the food. Mulungu amapeleka solution ya. Of those good years that come, and lay up corn. Lay up, don't kusunga, right? And under the hand of Pharaoh, and let them do what? Keep food in the cities. By the way, unali ku Egypt, eh? So ana uzudi asunge chakudya. And that food shall be for store to the land against the 7 years of journey of famine. I'm telling you, the food remaining asunge panova will be for food during the little time of trouble. Pamene sandelo yarani yayamba. Are we together? Because I'm telling you, sadana sati batsa chakudya. Unless you do what? Wow. Salola, and because this is his last chance. The last chance to preserve his life. Never know so any loopholes. Afuna aliens abange bow down, a win controversy with Mauna and our Madi Amagondani, Madi Mutakuzo Sunga Malamoro. See, I was having bow down. You see this? So it's important kuti aliens abange bow down. Kuti abange prove kwa Yesu kuti manama bonza la mulana sio tegorani usunga and abange bow down. So he's sati gawila chakudya. Then mulungu akutipasa solution kuti chakujachi that food shall be for store munthawi ya famine ya achiropanga create iyo ifeyo mulungu atipasa solution kuti we should grow our own food komanso now we should also grow and store. Grow and store. We shall be in the land of Egypt, and the land perish not through the famine. Now, of course, si unaenda kuti ukasova kani ya chakudya ende kuti basi zako zaenda ukani chakudya mpaka na kale. After the test kuti yacheka kuti utakhala kwa nthawi musandelo muja yabeba ena kumangidwa ena kutani izafika point yoti even kumene mumasunga chakudya kwa nthawi zakulondolana. Are we together? Komano in between panopo sanachifika ku that climax we need to obey God. Are we together? And keep food. Keep food. Because what God mchimene safuna kuti tidzangolowa mwadzidzidzi mu crisis moja zima kuchita strain kwambiri koma he wants us to ease into the crisis. Crisis ikuyamba koma kachakudya munthu uli nako sakufika pongo tina for otherwise kafika po tina wetu ulandira mark of the beast unaura I can't manage. Koma God wants us to ease in. Mulungu ndo achikondi kwambiri. Don't Bible let them gather food Oh, look at this article. We must stock adequate food, crying for Malawi. This is the Times Kangade. Yeah, Malawi News, Malawi News. We must stock adequate food. We all aligera we matindani Andre Niggas amanea kuti for some reason all the world akumaika ma headlines opanga prepare to ndana ika ma headline prepare for nuclear war, prepare for famine, prepare for among one of the different headlines kuti in the world and hakuza na to prepare koma in the church. Hello? Do you hear this in the church? Oh, Bible said there sana. Ambuya ditandi sana na watigonesa jani tulo koma sana bitu mutoi kwa kwambiri watigonesa tulo. Ezekiel 12 verse 16, but I'll leave a few men of them from the sword, from the pestilence. I'll leave how many men?
Just
a few. Kodi mulungu ndo amakondera budget, amangokondera kuti amangosankha kuti uyu wandisangalatsa ndimpange preserve. Amatero. Do you and how amena kuti few men, what do you think they did? They followed my instruction and mulungu. And mulungu afuna kudziwa kuti anthu ambiri sako ndopanga follow amanyalanyaza akuyozira tulakhala a few men. Are we together? So I'll leave a few men from the famine and from the pestilence. Look at the purpose that they may declare all their abominations among the jani. Ayawawa azikalalikira no zamako the beast ameno ndasiya from the famine. Again and again the Lord has instructed tukanga nato solution The Lord has instructed that our people are to take their families away from the jani, the cities. Kumbukira tawenga kale kuti kusite nkumene kuta vuteja kaneja njala into the country where they can raise their own provisions. That's the solution. Kuti itizika kalanza kujazatu. I wish all of you had the time. Muli kublanta munakhala kulilongo kana kuti tipangane soon after this meeting. Trip tipite kumchinji. Hello? Anthu alipo muno? Kana kuti tipangane trip tipite kumchinji kwa a certain person timati Biswick. He's running a permaculture institute. I would have loved to stay muno. I met a meeting in oil. Tipangane tipite kwa mvula ile tikuplanta. Umakona kuliongo nkuma kukhekera ku panchinji mpachani mpafupi. Mukakaona pamene umaona koma country living uyudi the solution need. He's growing food ama this week's mama chita ama kutulutsirani umukamakanga mutsutsa ama ngokuzulira chinangwa acho kuti ungochiona chinangwa zikulu koma there's no fertilizer. He doesn't use any fertilizer whatsoever. Nduna makapena by no nothing koma amatulutsa chimanga year in year out. He has magranadila mango mukafimena pita ko first time timango tola magranadila mango zimagagadea zambiri mbiri. Yes. Yes.
I try to reflect when last I ate such nice chinangwa.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't remember.
I'm telling you, you will not regret. You will not regret. Kubanga a trip kukaona kwa busy. Kuma kubanga inspire the simplicity. And Mungu anakuanga nomudalisa ndi mphatso kuti amapanga meet all classes amakakonetsa ni nyumba zodinda. Iwe kumati nyumba kodi ukhoza kangomanga nyumba yodinda ndidoti like this. Simple structure, very cheap. And he's a very interesting young man. I really wish that let's think about it. Okay, so we should go where we can raise our own provisions. Then because in the future the problem of buying and selling will be a very tiny serious one. So if you are buying and selling an artifinya, kuti sumuta kugula kapena kuisa pokapokanga mukusunga chani sande. The solution. The solution is the currently a country place. Time we really need to be actually the only solution to overcome the mark of the beast. One of the major solutions is eating our own food. We should now begin to heed this instruction. So we really need to start preparing. Pangono ndi pangono. Koma bola kuwayamba munthu panga prepare. Atakumanga. There's several who ameneamba kumanga. Kupeza land. Ndikamba kumanga. It's very different than kungokhalira tu manja mwamba. Tulumoze? It's very different. Koma bola kuyamba kupanga take ma small journey steps. Find a piece of land. Yamba nukumba njela kumene kuti. Ka structure kayambe kuoneka. Tsegulani chani munda, nthochi yamba nikutani kudzala, zinangwa yamba nikutani kudzala, mapapaya, china cha nzimbe osaiwala nzimbe for in Africa banga visit funa nzimbe. Nzimbe, start planting stuff. I'm telling you, you are building an ark for your family as bambo. Pachani makonda kutengetsana. Hello, munipo as bambo. Makonda kutengetsana. You are building an ark for your family. It's love. Did you go on the red? You have loved your family. You have a safe haven. What's the entire COVID did have a Boris and a bit of country home here? Do you know Mizila Gamena? And all they have country places. American crisis can go food among and these people are ready for a crisis. Anyway, let me finish off. I've got down quotation. Human laws will be made so stringent. Human laws will be made so stringent that men and women will not dare observe the seventh day Sabbath. Can you imagine? It's a figure point we won't even dare. This is a man kuti pikasunga ati manga. They move it, and this, by the way, this was Satana. I would for fear of wanting what? Food and what? Clothing. They will join with the world in what? God's law. Kapena kuti they will keep what? For fear of
wanting food and clothing.
Adichera kumbali ya chani? You say this. That's why the chess piece that you are supposed to play, iwena ufana nandi yawo, right? Iwa kupanga ataku food, iweso kupange prepare kujani ku food. Kudasa kukole kumbali ya chakudya. We are coming almost to an end.
Mr. Naiwar, Pepan. So,
okay.
Just a comment.
Okay.
Brief one.
Yeah. Yes.
And from a seed point of view.
Yes.
I just wanted us to link the two. Because the devil knows that Mulungu will prepare their own defense.
Yes, motere.
By trying to provide their own food. Trying to grow their own food.
Yes.
So wouldn't they have ndiate tike malamulo kusidi ifa ngati sangathe kugula sidi, sangathe kulima, sangathe kupanga prepare the defense imene iwo akutani akufuna. So zinthuzi zikuyendera limodzi.
Linking, the link.
Cholinga chake ndi chimodzi. Kuti anthu tikafike pogwada kuyambira Satana.
Oh yeah. So it's trying to reach out quick.
Yes.
And B. Let me just finish off. Sorry, Lukanga Lugenda, we should finish.
Yes.
Another presenter. The Protestant world have set up an idol Sabbath in the place where God's Sabbath should be, and they're treading in the footsteps of the papacy. For this reason, I see the necessity of the people of God moving out of the city. Now, the reason, I think do require country places, they look at the reason, where they may cultivate the land, and raise their own chani produce. That's the key. One of the keys you're going to survive Sunday law in Jimene. It's physical preparation and spiritual. Obviously, sungopanga izizokhala. Koma sokhala indinda liyeso, right? Koma apatungopanga focus on the physical. Thus, they may bring their children up with simple, healthful habits. I see the necessity of making chani. Yes. Abale. Ngati sinayambira kaika yonto. What more panopa? Haste made to innovate. I see the necessity of making haste to get all things ready for the journey. Ready for the crisis. Akutiwe, Proverbs 6 verse 6. Tapita kwa jani, kwa nyerere, go to the ant, thou jani, sluggard. Consider her what? Her ways, nyerere akuti njanzel, uposa muntu. And be wise, which having no guide or overseer or ruler, zimata nyerere, they provide her what? Meat, her food in the summer. In the summer. It's summer. Kodi sana bwele mwaji. I wish I had bwele. They provide her meat in the summer and gathereth her food in the harvest. Oh, so summer and harvest. Okay. How long will you sleep, oh Jani? This is also spiritual, right? Physical and spiritual. Kodi is gonna pakanalitilo. We afforded our hands to consider mark of the journey, mark of the beast. Now, how long will we sleep? When will you arise out of your sleep? Yet a little slumber, and this is so true for us. Yet a little slumber, yet a little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to sleep. So shall thy poverty come as one that travelleth, and thy want as a young, as an armed man. For want of food and clothing, they will join the world in keeping Sunday. So karuzo vete so ni manage masungira sabathimu machacha tokongola just Seventh Day aja basi ndukuwapa nga shift amaja ndukamba usunga Sunday. That is job is going to be. Ambaye alile ifunda times which you need to prepare. Genesis 6:21, and take thou unto thee all food that is eaten. This is how Noah Mulungu akupanga prayer for the flood. Anamuza kuti utenge all food that is eaten, and thou shalt gather it to thee. Mutenge zodyedwa zonse, and it shall be for jani, for food for thee and for them, for the animals. That's the key to overcoming the mark of the journey, the beast. Mark of the beast crisis, the gonjetse.
Impact on food security, energy.
We are coming to the end of this chapter. Let me raise the volume. I hope you invega. Mumvezi menana nena Antonio Guterres, Secretary General of the United Nations. Listen to what he's going to say.
The impact on food security, energy and finance is systemic, severe and speeding up.
for people around the world, the war, together with the other crises, is threatening to unleash an unprecedented wave of hunger and destitution.
The war is release a wave of hunger,
leaving social and economic chaos in its wake.
Listen closely.
This year's food crisis is about lack of access.
Hello?
Next year's could be about lack of food.
Hello? Did you hear that? Did you catch it? This year's is about lack of access. Next year, 2023, it will be about lack of lack of food. Panopo chikungo soa as in mwina mashipi ai masaku loa, people can't access. The food is there, but people are failing to access it. Come next year, it will be lack of food availability. Mwingati mitengo.
I've asked Rebecca Greenspan and my humanitarian chief, Martin Griffiths, to coordinate 2 task forces to help find a package deal.
Okay, let's go forward.
Inflation hitting a new 40-year high in the month of...
This is another warning from another expert.
Americans especially getting hit hard at the grocery store. The price of items like dried beans, canned vegetables, flour, all up better than 10% from the same time just 1 year ago. Joining me right now is the president and CEO of Goya Foods, Bob Unanue. Bob, it's good to see you. Thanks very much for being here. Assess the situation. How do you see inflation today?
Okay.
Good to see you, Maria. We are on the precipice of a global food crisis. God created...
We are on the verge
of a stupendous crisis.
Almost exact.
Almost the exact words. Quotation here, Mrs. White, right? We are on the precipice of a global food crisis.
Humanity has created every way to destroy itself, from nuclear, biological, chemical. But now we've waged a war. We've weaponized food. In the Ukraine, between the Ukraine and Russia, they represent 50% of the world's production of fertilizer. 30% wheat, 20% corn, 2.5 million acres of sunflowers, other food and minerals. They also have sand for fracking, sand for glass. And, you know, they have with Russia...
It's a long video. You can watch it at your own time if you want the videos, Alipo. I'm about to play the next video. More on it. In 2022, the world is at risk of multiple famines. By the way, this is World Food Program. I think the WFP video in the channel jao. The WFP or Sindibungo nditula loads week. Why was that?
2023 could be even worse.
Be even worse. It's not going to get any chance. It's not going to get any better. That may last for years. For years. Food inflation is pricing families out of basic what? Meals.
Energy prices are making it more costly
to produce and transport food. No country will be immune. Do you know? You remember? Were you the one who said it? I think WF if Amaga was my leaders. Don't try to protect your citizens. Can you imagine? You know what was don't try to this transition will be very painful. Don't try to protect your citizens. Because they know what they can try to do is subsidize into trying to protect the citizens. I don't attempt to do that. You know what no country. Food that is
unaffordable
today
may become
unavailable tomorrow. Access to be lack of Catastrophe? Oh, yeah. Yeah, it was World Food Program. This is a video, yeah, World Food Program. And these UN countries, you know who they are run by at the very, very top, eh? UN, we know who has their fingers in these programs. I think I'm able to figure out the study. Na indika bonus komano nthawi yanga anditera. Bonus yo basi no muona mene muchitire. Komano ambuya atithandize, we need to get ready. I'm telling you, sarana kudziwa zikuoneka zimaoneka za simple chonchi tikuja apa chanchani koma na njala yokha tizapanga bow down to the mark of the beast. Njala ndiopsa, njala nchirombo. Asirana uyozo ndikole kutiko kumene koko kwa njala ko food. I should control food. Anyone who wants to access the food, they must receive the mark of the beasts. All right, comments, yeah, comments.
Inayo nkhawa yanga yakalekale imena I shouldn't have this nkhawa, but I can't shake it off that easily. Concern yanga ndiona kuti munomo in this room tili anthu amene tili ndi maudindo osiyanasiyana ku mpingo. Alright? Ndikukhulupirira kuti mina comment ndinaenda kuinena kumapeto komano mwina ndikuzoiwala munthu nenda kula. Munomo tili ndi anthu osiyanasiyana ndi maudindo osiyanasiyana ku mpingo. And issues like this we have heard, ndikukhulupirira kuti taphunzirapo china chake chanyuwani mwina chimene sitimachidziwa. Mwina we have seen things from a different perspective imene mwina tinalibe before. I would like to believe that going forward we will see things differently. We will begin to see things differently than before. If this is true, if indeed this is true, if this, the time we have spent together since Friday has had an impact on you, on me as a person, it is our responsibility to share it. Yes, it? Mu Bible muintano ndaiwala chapter, ndaiwala buku, ndaiwala chapter, ndaiwala verse. Koma ndinthano yodziwika yoti ndikayifotokoza mwachidule aliyense ayikumbukira kuti achitika njala yoopsa ku Israeli chifukwa chokuti azungulidwa ndi adani pamene anthu amafika pokulitsana zitosi za nkhuku for food. Osati kukatola zakudya zitosi za nkhuku za mkunda nkumadya koma kumagulitsana. Ndiye chifukwa chakuti panali anthu ena amadwala kate amene traditionally anali kunja kwa mzinda. Tsiku lina anthu amenewa adakapeza kuti kukampu kwa ankhondo Assyria ndikhulupirira amene anawazinga Israeli, amene anapangitsa njala imeneyi, adakapeza kuti Mulungu wamenya nkhondo usiku wake, anthu aja athawa. Asilikali aja adani aja ndiye kukampu kwawo kuliza kudya zimene anthuwa anasanatani asadazione. Ndiye anaja ndiye wina anayankha mawu kuti sitikutani ife sitikuchita bwino ya ife sitingamaje pano anzathu ali mu sitemo akugulitsana dzirani ndikachedwa nkutichera ife tikupanga izi mulungu atitani atikanta tiyena tipite tikauza anzathu the what the good news kuti tikunjaku kuli zakudya. My concern has been kuti over the years mmene ananenera ena takhala tikukambirana as a church kumachula zaulosi kumanena kuti kudzabwera new chani
world order
as a sign of the end of time. Now today dzina ilili la new world order sili kupezekaso popanga analyze ulosi is in everybody's mouth. Osati so ku charity koma all over the world, and yet as a church we are quiet about it. To the extent you might panga even maybe not just look down but prevent the sharing of that message among ourselves.
Oh yeah.
I find that very scary. Ndiye, as I said, if it lingatantu, I hope lingatantu akate. I mean, by the providence of God, suddenly we have come across food left by the enemy. Sitichita bwino kukhala chete. If we do, kufikira kucha mulungu atitani ataina wanu.
Nemanginas, yes, thanks. Yes.
Nganga inaliva chumbuseketini unamba nayo mandibwera maganizo ena verse 17.
Yes.
And that no one may buy or sell except one who has the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Ndino tikaonaso kuti Satana ndochenjera zikuoneka kunena kuti mene amamuuzeso kuti ndilambire ulakanangotewa pang'ono kwa Israeli zotani zokwanisa samafuna zinthu zonse, just need a part. Kauli pali zinthu 5 ukangopereka chimodzi kwa Yesu yani enough. Then muona kuti zikuoneka kuti swapamaso akhoza kuti chenjera ifuna kuti akuti the mark akhoza kungochira pa mark yokha basi pakwanira. You don't have to have all those 3 unaenda ulivetsera vesi nde uzochitika zapa dziko ena akhoza kuenda with the mark sikudzalitsa khala bwanji ena akhoza kungokodwa pachani chokha the name of the beast ileke zoti ukhoza kukhala ngati ufuna uzemba mark but there's the name of the beast. We don't know how that one will come out. Ungobanga confess, for example, okay? Then there's the number of his name, which means because wakhala zonse zitatu because wakhala chimodzi pa zimene izizi Then zingosamala ndi zinthuso zimene zikutani zikubwera fa ngati china chikuponya chikugwire ndi chanichi nde ndimaona ameneyo chifukwa chana ndibwera maganizo ameneyo chifukwa kusaona kuti pa verse 16 pali receiving the mark on the right hand or on the what forehead chimodzimodziso ukhoza kulandira right hand kapena chani forehead kapena somenaso kukhala chani both. But we just have to show kuti
allegiance.
Nde zimene zimandipatsa maganizo ena kuti tizioneka tizisamandi zimene zikuchitika muchani dziko lapansi ma-developments tizina funa kuti we might receive one of this kuona ngati nacho tilibe tili chinacho. Ndeno munadzakambaso fundo ya Sunday law. Ine ukuona kwanga imona ngati Sunday law mali namba kusunga kale pangotsalala muno chifukwa chani tikamaenda mtawuni Sunday nthawi zambiri makhala closed ndi amwenye omwe amakhala kuti atseke. So tikuona kuti tinazoera kale moti munthu akhoza kuseka kumanena kuti Sunday silopuma ati kukhuzonekwa misala chifukwa Saturday kumakhala business yambiri. Sunday we already resting. Mashopu amene amatsegula umangokhala kale ndi shopu la game ndiye nake chipiku patali. So we are already observing it.
Yes.
Which means kudzaika law nobody will be alarmed because we are already what keeping it. So nangofuna kungopereka izini kuti that's why Yadzawoneni ngati anthu ambisa you space Sunday kumakhala kalezi. So what's so special? Akutsegula ndani Sunday. We already used to that even ourselves. So mbali yomaliza ndiona kuti nomwena ma-developments ena amene adzibwerawa zidzakhadi zophweka kuti tchera chifukwa china kuti samu adzikhala ooneka pa dziko lonse lapansi ngati COVID, but some will be subtle. That kuti it will be like a part of life. So if it's part of life, what's so strange?
What's so strange, yeah.
So it's gonna kuti Bible ndio kuti maso atani aphimbika. So that's what I want to comment on.
Tathokoza mbiri. For nthawi makomenti ena abwerano at the very end of the discussion aja omaliza aja tikamaji aja nchani koma tafuna kuti apresenta omaliza angoyambiratu the ball rolling potengera kuti tisachite kumaliza usiku kwambiri. This is past 7. Actually taendabe mnthawi yabwino. This is only past 7.